Okay, so student, we continue to section 8.2, which is graph function. You already know function earlier in 8.1 that we can represent a function using a graph. So today we continue with the topic of graph, okay, which is actually a function. Huh? The function here is basically relating y to x, like always y done x. It could be other thing. It could be t done k or whatever. But just keep in mind that for this section we just concentrate using y and x. Graph is a very easy topic. You just need to be systematic. Okay, what is being systematic? Systematic means, let's look at contour 5 here. So you're given a function called y equal to 2x plus 4, and you're given a table here. This table basically wants you to calculate what is the value of y, what's the value of y when n x is equal to 0. For example, I can show you one quick example first. Say for example, I want to calculate when see x is equal to -1. So what's the value of y? Y will be 2 times -1 plus 4. So it's -2 plus 4 equal to 2. So that's why I put 2 here. So if it's equal to 0, it's 4. So you go to 2, so this is equal to n. So you complete the schedule. So this is what we mean by being systematic. You have to get the schedule correct. The jadual ini mesti di betul lah, dibuat betul. Dan selepas tu, you also need to know apa skala dia ni, skala 2 cm kepada 1 unit. What does that mean? I will show you. Then dipaksi paksi x ialah 2 cm ke 2 unit. Ingat. So di x is 2 ke 1, skala dipaksi ini paksi y, sorry. Ini paksi x. Paksi x is 2 ke 1. Paksi y is 2 ke 2. So let's look at the drawing. Here they still repeat it here. Very important, because don't get this wrong. If you get this wrong, means no what? No marks. Okay. So with the jadwal and the schedule, we draw and the scalar and the scale and we put here. So that's why you can see in the y, in the paksi x ni 2. 1, 2, 1. Okay. 1, 2 lagi. Every 2 cm. So that's why the unit goes 1, 2, 3. In paksi y is every 2 cm. 1, 2 is 2, 4, 6 lah. And from here you put the points. How do you get all these point coordinate? From the table lah. This one is from the table, daripada jadual yang di atas ini. Okay, so you take this, for example 310. I look at 3 and 10 here. See, 3, 10. So once you have this point, use a ruler, you connect all the points, sambungkan semua titik ini, then you get the graph. So this is it. Very easy. Of course, you not only draw a straight graph like this. You'll be drawing a lot of graph. There will be a few graphs that you draw. If I remember, some of the graph that you're going to draw will be a quadratic graph, something like this or like this. So this is x, this is y. Or sorry. Kelang kabut. This is y. This is x. Or you can draw another graph that looks like this. This is y again. This is x. Something like this. Okay. You can always have graph. All these graph you will draw, but maybe not in my Excel, but something you will draw. Something graph like this. There's even graph y and x. So these are the different type of graph that you'll be doing. But don't worry, because all these things, what you need to remember is you have to get the this jadwal. Okay, this jadwal must be correct. So you have to work smart. because when you do something wrong, if your graph looks very funny, means something wrong in the calculation. So please take note of that. For example, sometimes you may get, if you do something wrong, maybe the graph looks like this. You see here? Something funny, that doesn't have this kind of graph. It's always smooth. So please be smart when you draw the graph. When you did notice something not normal, bukan normal, then you better check the jadual lagi lah. Okay, so once you know how to draw graph, your syllabus tells you what you want to use for the graph. Apa kegunaan graph? Apa kebaikan graph? Grafnya banyak bagus. You can see that di dalam eksperimen in your science, kebanyakan melukiskan graph. Dari graph kita boleh mendapat beberapa informasi atau maklumat yang kita nak tahu. For example, you can use the technique of interpolasi or interpolation. Interpolation means you have the graph and you want to find the value of, let's say, what is the nilai y, kalau x adalah 2, so you go here, then you go, see, you can find 30, dan seterusnya. So this is called interpolation or interpolasi. Selain daripada interpolasi, satu kegunaan graph adalah extrapolasi or extrapolation. Maybe you draw the graph until here, then you want to find the nilai ini. So how can you do that? You can extend you can make the graph straight, longer, and you can find the value lah. So this is also a kegunaan. But I think your textbook focus on interpolasi lebih banyak lah, interpolasi ya. Okay. So let's look at some interpolasi contoh. Nah, di sini graph sudah dilukis lah. Graph ini, inilah y adalah 2x plus 2. So sudah dilukiskan. Jadi kamu nak dari cara interpolasi nak cari nilai y kalau x adalah 2. So you go to the graph, x adalah 2. Here, x2. Then you use a ruler draw. Hit the graph here and go here. Oh, it's actually equal to 6. When x equal to 2, y equal to 6. Or you can also do the other way. Apa nilai x kalau y adalah 4? So y 4 di sini. You can see here. You see the green arrow? You make sure you mesti ada lah dalam jalan kerja kamu. Inside your drawing, you must have this jalan kerja. So actually this line ada jalan kerja or your working. So you have to show your teacher that you did it like this, not from tembak. Okay. So that's one good way of interpolation. Here another use of graph. Another use of graph is to do this, to solve the persamaan serentak yang linear. Masih ingat kan in form 1 you use what? How to solve this and the second equation here. You use the cara apa ni? Cara penghapusan or pengganti. You use the substitution method or elimination method. But if you use graph or graphical method, you can cara graph, you can also solve it by drawing the graph lah. For example, y minus x, you draw this line using of course you must have a jadwal, of course. You draw the red graph, and then the blue graph represent the other equation. Now y equal to 2x plus 1, and then where they meet, this is the solution, this is the answer. Okay, if you solve it by simultaneously or cara ganti or cara penghapusan, elimination method or substitution method, you also get 2 and 5. You can also get x is equal to 2, y equal to 5. But by drawing graph is easier. Okay, in fact, by drawing graph, you can handle many complex equation. For example, here, this is another contoh. This is contoh 15. For example, this one. You see, this is actually a kuasa 2. It's very complex. And another linear persamaan y equal to 2x. Di mana kalau saya nak tahu apa nilai x dan nilai y, then I can draw the graph. I can find it here. Okay, so actually this point here, this point is actually 2 and 4. But of course, you can use this type of problem for daily problem like science. For example, here in this case, the contoh here says that hey, there's a boy. It's a game. So the boy jumped from a height. And then at the same time, a stone is thrown to the boy. So the boy is following the pattern of this graph, okay, 2, 6 plus x minus x squared, whereas the follow the pattern of this straight line. So the question is just asking you, for example, what is the maximum height of Jibam's jump? Well, this boy, if you want to find the height, the maximum height is here. So actually this is like interpolation. So that's why you get about 6.25 meter maybe. So you just look at it. And the second question is, when does the stone touch Jibam? Jibam here, they touch it here. The time. So when means the time. So the time here is 2 seconds. Okay. And lastly, it's asking, when does the boy touch the ground? When they touch the ground means here at 3 seconds. So these are the contour or example for the usage of graph for bump n. Then this is basically what you need to learn for bump n. I will end it here. I can try some questions. Thank you.